Twin Cities Live. Okay, if you struggled in school, like maybe you're the one who perfected the "I'm just not a test taker" speech, or maybe your kids struggle now and you just think maybe it's a math problem or they're just not really strong readers. It actually could be a brain problem.
It's why many families and kids find success at LearningRx. That's because this program trains the brain. And as I learned from Kayla, a now junior in high school, that brain training sticks around for years to come.
7 years ago, as a 5th grader, Kayla Drentlaw graduated from the LearningRx program. Today, she's a junior in high school.
Kayla, do you like school?
Yes and no. I don't know. High school's stressful.
But you're here to tell me that the gains stay with you. Are you still seeing the gains from back in 4th grade?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't even think about most of it anymore. It's just kind of like, it just comes to me.
In 4th grade, when Kayla started LearningRx, what were the issues she was facing?
She was having a lot of anxiety in the classroom, especially around test taking. She would be more worried about other people handing their tests in than she was about focusing on getting her own stuff done.
I knew I was smart enough, but it wasn't like showing on my assignments and stuff.
I think she just was having a hard time with comprehension and reading memory. So she would read something, totally forget what she had read 2 seconds later. And so it was making homework time just unbearable.
Did you ever look at her and think, you're not trying hard enough, or why can't you get this? Was it frustrating as a parent?
Yeah, and I'm sure as a student it was really frustrating because yes, we definitely had those conversations. Like, yeah, you're not even trying. Like, why are you not paying attention? And so I had to retrain my thought that it wasn't necessarily just her not trying, that it was something else.
As a parent who didn't really know a ton about it and thinking about how you're training the brain, was that an interesting concept to you?
Yes. And then watching what she was doing was like, I don't even know how, I'm still amazed by it. How she could recite different color arrows, and they were supposed to do this on a timed mechanism. And I'm like, how does she even have the focus? And they're throwing words out at her to try and distract her, and it didn't even matter. It was an amazing thing as a parent to watch, because I looked at it and I'm like, I don't think I could do it.
LearningRx doesn't band-aid a singular problem in one subject. Instead, the games kids play train the brain to be stronger. And as Kayla has proved, those gains stay.
She's able to focus and not get distracted. So, she can do her homework anywhere in the house, and it doesn't seem to really bother her if the TV's going, if people are talking. Sometimes we even are like, Kayla, we're asking you a question. She's able to tune it out.
Because now I'm taking like higher level classes too, so it's, without them, I think I'd just be in general classes the whole time, which I know I'm capable of doing more than that.
It was a life changer for us. It was a point where we didn't have to fight anymore about homework, and she had a ton more confidence in herself, because she knew that she had been able to complete a program that was hard, and she was getting better grades as a result.
LearningRx Executive Director Rich Frieder now joins us live via Skype. It's so interesting to talk to these families, Rich, because you think, okay, it's going to stick with them for that next school year, maybe, or maybe the couple of school years after they go through their program. But I've talked to adults that have said, when I was this years old, I still have it with me. So those gains, they stay with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the greatest benefits in what we do, because, those kind of crazy exercises that Anita was talking about, that Michaela was doing, what's happening with that is we're actually changing the way the brain is working. In fact, what's really fun is that we now do in our research what are called functional MRIs, where you can visibly see changes in brain connectivity and the brain regions as well as the brain structure. So what does all that mean? It means that once you've changed the way the brain's working, as long as you treat your brain in a normal, healthy way after that, the gains are long lasting. And so we have so many students like Michaela that we've trained now years ago who are still, they don't need to necessarily come back over and over again because we address the root cause and those gains stay with them. So it's really fun to see that.
I'm curious though, there's someone out there right now saying, okay, I get it, but we can just do tutoring. Tutoring will be just fine. In what way is what you do at LearningRx different from what traditional tutoring is?
Yeah, great question, Steve. Thanks. So tutoring is basically reteaching information that wasn't learned the first time, right? Or understood the first time. But what parents need to ask is, why does my child even need a tutor? Why aren't they getting it the first time, right? And there's a root cause to that. So what we do at LearningRx is we're not a tutoring center. We're what's called a cognitive skills training center. When we focus on the root cause of these struggles like memory and processing speed and logic, if those skills or combinations of those skills are not strong, what happens then is kids struggle. The typical approach with tutoring doesn't hurt, but usually what's happening is you're just reteaching information and it's not changing the child's ability. And so then as school gets harder year to year, those root cause obstacles haven't been removed, and usually kids struggle more and more and more the older they get. With our program, we're addressing the root cause so they don't struggle. And, Kayla and her family has avoided years of frustration by getting help when she was younger. And now she's in high school and she's been doing great ever since. And so that's a really common story.
It's a relief for the child, but it's a big relief for the parent.
No kidding.
Definitely.
Rich, always great to have you on the show. Good to see you. Stay safe. We hope to see you again soon. LearningRx is offering TCL viewers a deal. So if you'd like to learn more about the program or schedule an assessment, you can call 952-949-6900 and then mention Twin Cities Live to get that initial assessment for just $75. Still to come.